What the hell's going on, everybody? It's ShanGO. Some of you seem to be a little bit dismayed sometimes when you see these videos. They're actually not live. This right now, this is a quick way that I can record and it goes right up in YouTube as opposed to recording it and then uploading it, stuff like that. So today, I just wanted to briefly discuss the whole Aphrodite energy. Also let y'all know how I came across it, because honestly I wasn't checking for Aphrodite. I knew who she was as a goddess energy. The love, lust, even beauty. She's revered in her mythos for her beauty. Of course, fertility and stuff like that. But I just wasn't interested. Ended up having a client a little bit about probably about a month and a half ago, commissioned me because she wrote to me and said, "Hey, I've been really attracted to this Aphrodite energy, and I want you to make a piece for me, right?" So I do custom made, necklaces or pieces, as I call them, which are specifically designed for you, for your particular needs, for the energy that you want to channel and want to work with. And so she commissioned me for Aphrodite. So in the process of creating her piece, I was like, you know what? I want to do something a little special. You know, I want to make some Aphrodite oil. That would be cool. Plus, I've been working for years and years and years with so much masculine energy, warlike energy, like all kinds of shit like that. And I have worked with a lot of goddess energy, but I have, had to do a little self-assessment. I'm like, wow, it's been some time since I actually like really, and since Aphrodite is coming to me in this way, maybe I should look into this a little bit more. So basically, that was her way of also, coming to me. Like I said, my clients, y'all are my greatest teachers. You just do not know. You are my greatest teachers. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Today is Friday, the day of Venus. Venus is the Roman god, which is associated with Aphrodite. If you look back on Aphrodite, also, you will find the story. A lot of her story is very, very, very similar to Oshun. Okay, I mean down to like in some Patakis, Oshun is married to Ogun, the blacksmith, the god of iron, and yes, of war too, but of technology, innovation, building shit, transportation and stuff like that. But the whole blacksmith thing. Well, Aphrodite's husband, I believe, I can't even pronounce his name, but it's something like Hephaestus or something. He was the god of iron, and he was a blacksmith. And she ends up cheating with Ares, the god of war. Ares, if you look at it, and he's a sky god too, is also, I think he's a sky god. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But, you know, he's, you can juxtapose him with ShanGO. So it's like she had the husband, the stable husband who had his little business, but that ShanGO, Aries energy. And one of ShanGO's symbols is, of course, the ram horns. Okay. And the ram is the symbol of what zodiac sign? That's right, Aries. So she ends up cheating with him, and a bunch of things go down and whatnot. But it's not uncommon for all these different primordial energies to show up in different places through different people. Please do remember, the divine, we create the gods. Okay, we create the gods, because without us there is nothing for the divine to experience itself with. It's just nothingness, right? So it has to manifest into the one. That zero has to become a one in order to even experience something. Okay. But back to this, let me not yammer on too much. So I created this Aphrodite oil, and I'm like, if I'm going to make some oil, I might as well make enough to last a little bit. And so I wanted to send this client some Aphrodite oil along with her necklace that she can use, to program her energy, her aura. And so I made it, and it took a little while because we did the new moon thing, worked it, to the full moon thing, worked it, okay, and finally done and all that stuff like that. So I wasn't even going to offer it out or anything like that. So this was kind of like new to me, but I personally have been using this for about 2 weeks now, roughly about maybe 2 weeks. I had it and I didn't use it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna start freaking this shit. And you see, I want you to understand something. The real reason I'm actually making this video is there's so many different levels to these gods and these goddess energies. Okay, the surface level, yes. Okay, you can start getting more attention, right? I mean, for one thing, a little sign that started showing up a whole lot more since I started using this oil, and I had no intention of this, but love is a very giving energy. Okay, and of course Aphrodite is love, and of course passion, fulfillment, pleasure. Okay, so yes, that can also be related to the flesh and stuff like that. Like for me, honestly, I mean, the attention factor has always kind of been there, but it has been very turned up lately. I'm gonna tell you something very odd that I've noticed. Like a lot of different places that I go, I'm getting free shit. Like people want to give me free shit. Now this has happened before at times, but I'm saying the frequency of how it started to happen is kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? And um, over the last yeah, maybe about a week and a half, like shortly after I started using it, and unfortunately, I can't dispose the details of this shit going on because this is public. And not to mention, it at this point, it's very, very private and personal and very supernatural and very, very mystic. And I'm going through a lot of major spiritual shit right now. Okay, a lot of major spiritual shit, and like climactic type shit. But this has also been a key as far as with this. I want you to remember this too. When you're working with goddess energy, okay, we're talking about the feminine polarity. Now, the feminine polarity also comes in the form of receptivity, being able to listen. Okay, you got your conscious mind and you got your subconscious mind. The conscious mind is the number one. Okay, is that assertive, and even creative too. Uh, but very logical, very stuff like that. It asserts itself, okay, to whereas the subconscious mind receives. The subconscious mind is the feminine mind, the feminine aspect of your mind. It's a maker, okay? Just like a man, if I stick my schlong in a woman and give this, leche de Dios up in there, she's going to make and bake and give me something, 18 years of hell. No, I'm just kidding. But, like, you get what I'm saying, though. So, the feminine aspect creates. You give it to your subconscious mind creates and gives it back and gives forth unto you the fruit of which you put in her. Okay, so this is another aspect of the feminine energy, another aspect of this Aphrodite energy. Okay, now when you think of pleasure, you think of fulfillment. All right, yes, there's the carnal aspect, but we're also talking about utilizing the greatest creative power, okay, sexual energy. That doesn't mean you're fucking horny all the time, although that's not a bad thing, but you're utilizing this sexual energy in a myriad of ways for your spirituality, for certain spiritual revelations, okay? Because this sex energy is right up there with the whole love thing. Love is a very giving energy, okay? And when you think of pleasure, it's not just about receiving pleasure. Some of us love to give pleasure more than we love to receive pleasure, okay? So there's a lot of different levels to this energy, okay? Beyond just dating, mating, or masturbating. Okay? That's really why I'm making this video, because I wanted to get that through. And for some of y'all, y'all might see the importance as to why you want to infect your aura. Okay, now your aura is your electromagnetic field, okay, that is constantly transmitting and receiving information. And depending on the pattern of the energy of your aura, it's going to depend and determine what information can come through, as well as when you communicate, your communication has to go through that energy. Okay? That's why some of y'all have experienced meeting somebody, they look the part, they maybe even smell the part, they're dressed to the nines, they may be saying the right things, but something ain't right. It's because their energy's fucked up. Something in their energy is fucked up, you know? So that's another thing to remember. And for me, honestly, and I'm keeping it a buck with you, okay? I'm gonna keep it 1,000 wow with you, all right? Um, for me, it was about increasing my receptivity and really just getting more into that love frequency vibration. And if this is who's stepping forth right now, then I'm a fuck with it. And I'm thankful and grateful that I had the eyes and ears and the wherewithal to see that. And I'm thankful to that client who commissioned me, you know, because honestly, I would have never just picked Aphrodite. Probably would have went with somebody else. You know, I was kind of biased. I never, for a long time, I didn't like the Greek gods, but yes, the Greek gods are really just, you know, the Kemetic gods and the Orishas and even the Apollos if you look back, because those the Apollos and the Orishas are infinitely way older than the Greek gods, and even some of the Kemetic, uh, whatever, Neterus and all this shit like that. Well, there's debates about all that, but it's fucking irrelevant. It's, you know, the point is, you want, for those of you who do want to, um, you know, like I said, program your aura. That's what this is about. Okay, so, and we're even talking about fertility. Yes, there's certain things that it was shown to me, like, besides healing, you're going to need to get more into this love vibration for this one, big boy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, no fighting here. Thank you. Let's rock with it. Let's rock out with our sock out, right? So, uh, what I do have about six more of these left. I have to check my email. And this is a .27 fluid ounce vial. Okay. Now, bear with me as I take the top off just to show you. No wrapper, no label, this and that. Simple. All right. It's got the roll on top. So all you do is this right here will last you. This is enough Aphrodite goddess oil. Uh, this will last you at least a month if you use it as I prescribe, which is just like this. You hit your pulse points, okay? So it's like your wrist, inside of your elbow, and even you can do the side of your neck. I like to dot my ori too, just because. And one thing I like to do is when I shower, I always cleanse myself. I have a spray bottle full of a mixture which is, you know, cleans my aura. I get in the shower, wash all the anything that might be stuck in there off, and then when I get out the shower, I like to anoint the bottom of my feet. And I usually start from the bottom of my feet. I just dot the bottom of my feet. Now, if you're going to use this like a marker and just color yourself with it, it's probably not going to last a month. But if you just a little bit here, a little bit there, you know, a little bit there on the neck, a little back right here, like that's it. Even if you want to dot the crown, you know, I've dotted my crown too. So uh, that's as simple as it gets. It's nice, concise. You can take it in your purse. I had it in my pocket. Nobody's the wiser. All right. So this is how. It's just one way. It's just a tool that you can use to start programming your aura. You know. And like I said, you can take that whole love, passion, fulfillment thing, and depending on what level you look at it from, what perspective, you know, like Like I said, I mean, yes, it has also brought some new interesting options in the last 2 weeks. Word to fucking burger, I swear to God. But that was not my intention. I really was on some higher perspective, a little bit of a higher road. Just so happens, and they keep coming in. They keep coming in. I'm like, hold on, we have to run. You got to allow at least 5 days for the whole facts to go through, right? We got to see what's popping, bro. So they keep coming in though. It really is. It's getting busy. It's getting busy as far as that. But like, I keep my main thing on the main thing though, and that has been the biggest aspect of the last 2.5 weeks. Since I have been using my product, and I have to tell you, I'm in the midst of like huge, inner and personal spiritual, downloads and revelations, and these are also corresponding with major, major events in in this physical realm right here for your boy, the Papa Shangito there, and it is quite an amazing time to be alive right now. I can say that, or be experiencing this right now. I've also gotten very, very close with my daughter. Like a year from now, a year, a year ago, I guess you could say. It was a little difficult situation between me and her. And I'm happy to say though that we have never been closer than we are now, and I'm grateful for that. I'm fucking grateful for that. That's another thing, because gratefulness is right up there with that frequency of love, which is the all and all. You know what I'm saying? The love frequency is the cat's pajamas. So yeah, man. So if you're interested in your bottle, in your vial, like I said, this shit'll last you at least a month, at least, probably a month and a half. If you just do little dots, don't, just spot yourself here. This shit will last for a long time. And I know it's small, but it pack a big punch. You gonna see. You gonna see. And yeah, so there's been a lot of different little benefits there for Papa Shangito here. So, anyways, let me not take too much time. Peace and blessings to everybody. And we coming with some ShanGO now.